This is the according to the UD case. This is the time. This
Oh.
is the form.
Has the court passed?
What time?
Taking permission of the court, my lord, because that needs permission.
Yeah.
We are awaiting the permission of the court, my lord, because that needs permission.
And you should pursue it at the earliest.
We are doing.
There's something else we wish to point out, Manoj. We're just checking something which will demonstrate, Manoj.
Yes.
Yeah. Right, bring something else to your lordship's attention. Your lordships will allow me, Manoj. May I just bring something else to your lordship's attention? That the seizure list at page 25 also has UD case 861.
Postmortem has.
Postmortem has, seizure list has,
861.
page 25,
Case diary.
25 case diary. Inquest has everything, all documents have that.
Inquest, postmortem, seizure list.
Page 25 seizure list.
Case diary. PDF 157 of the case diary.
This is the date, sir.
Yeah. This is at 8:30, your lordship notices, always before 11.
Seizure list.
So how can anybody, Manoj, even contend? Yeah.
Inquest is at,
I'll substantiate that.
inquest is at 440.
And the inquest is at 440, Manoj.
Also mentions.
And the original CD has also been given to them, Manoj. It's a bit unfair to. And the original CD was handed over to the CBI in the High Court, Manoj. As soon as the transfer order came, Manoj. Yes, yes, yes. One o'clock at after the postmortem.
Had victim show what additional findings they have.
Only for a second. Just to remove this confusion, my lord, how this time comes.
Yeah, that's right. We've already shown documents before that. Manoj, the original CD will contain everything.
I think they have registered GDE. What is GDE?
General diary entry.
It was a procedural for the immediate case.
Ah.
Under
Only a
I'm sorry,
minute,
my lord.
just to create this, my lord.
Seen the case diary, we formed the, we can, we can form a view on
Just-
what the movement of the police officers was, who went, what time the body was first noticed, what time the body is brought, what time the inquest takes place,
Correct.
post-mortem, and then finally the FIR at 11:30 in the night.
No, even this UD case has 11 to 30. That's what I want to
No,
show.
no, no, that's not correct.
See, the UD case. the
Can your
UD
lordships
case,
just see this?
577 is recorded at 10:10 in the morning.
Yes,
Can your lordships just have a look at it?
yes,
That's all this.
yes.
Can your lordships have a
Because
look
they
at
have this information in the CD, they have this
Mr.
information.
Sibal, please allow
What
me
is
now.
Mr. Sibal?
Please allow me.
Allow me what? You should have shown the CD, given the CD.
Lord, I don't
The
wish to
original
fight,
should have
my
been
lord. I
given
am-
in court.
In fact, this also matches with the FIR.
Lord,
FIR
there is a
says
confusion, my lord. Please allow me.
Received date 9th August 24, time 10:10 hours.
My lord, if your
DD
lordship
number
gives me 2 minutes, my lord.
Exactly.
My lord, I may be right, I may be wrong. Give me 2 minutes, my lord. Your lordships have, my lord, this 10-10, 10-10, my lord.
Yes, yes,
This is GDE, called General Diary Entry.
right, at the
Correct.
police station.
At the first floor, yes, at the police station. Please, my lord, thereafter come to this, my lord. My lord, your lordship, I do not know the number of the compilation, but it is page 47 on the top.
Yes, 47 we got.
Correct?
This is the same.
Your lordship, please, Mr. Sibal,
Yes, continue.
there is
Mr.
always a courtesy to
Yes,
each
yes,
other.
Yes.
Lord,
Exercise.
this is 576, 2330. Correct, my lord? Now read this, my lord. In reference to Tala PS General Diary entry number 542 of date, return to PS with so and so. Please ignore it and come to the next page. After return to PS under order of office something, an UD case has been registered with a Tala PS number so and so 861. So this UD case is registered, my lord. Earlier was GD entry. This is UD case at 2330 and at 2345 FIR is registered.
Well, see page 40, it just shows, Malad.
That's, my lord, how the chronology we have, my lord, presented.
Muddy the waters. It's all muddy the waters. That's what you're doing.
Lord,
Just see 42, just see 42,
42, my lord.
GD number 542, dated 10:10 a.m. Received information over the telephone from Agikor Medical College Hospital Police Outpost that a lady of PG trainee of so-and-so
So and so was found lying in unconscious
exactly.
state at so and so medicine department of third floor of emergency building in so and so, according to informed sector 92 OC and under his order, leading PS with lady police. So this is, my lord, general diary entry.
What is that?
What is,
That is what DD is. That's
Lord,
what it-
somebody has lost the
That's
life.
according to the
Don't
rules.
at least laugh.
One second. According
at
to the
least
rules,
laugh.
Maharaj, that we follow,
A girl has
these
lost her
regulations we've
life
done in accordance.
in a most inhuman
That's
and
not in
undignified manner.
Maharaj, these are the rules and we have followed to the T, the rules of
Yes,
the.
I will show that
of
what rules are.
Unnatural death end.
My lord, the
The Solicitor General. First, a general diary entry is made. Thereafter, the police proceeds to the spot with the case diaries.
Correct.
Case general diary is kept in at the police station.
Which
Case
is
diary
regis-
is carried to the spot.
Yes.
Now, the relevant part would be
Yes.
this part, which is a inquest report. This
Yes.
shows that the information regarding unnatural death was received and registered as case number 861 on 9/8/2024 at 10:10 hours.
That's correct.
Yes.
And this extract is the general diary which the police
Lord, we
complete
will
after
examine
the
this
day is
aspect
over.
and come back to you.
It carries various steps that have been carried out during the course of the day.
That's right.
So that
Lord,
is
and
what.
I can assure my learned friend, this is not an attempt to muddy the water, to remove the mud
have
from the
already
water,
muddied.
because we are dealing with a delicate situation. Somebody's dignity is
Oh,
lost.
come on, we all know that. We are all, it's a tragic incident, it's barbaric, and we are on the same side.
Your side
But
was
let's
laughing.
not muddy the waters on.
Really
investigation.
unfortunate.
The only one point which we also see is that the UD, I'll read out the relevant part. This is at page 74. Accordingly, PO has been cordoned under proper guard. Also, several witnesses were examined and their statements were recorded. Consulted CCTV footages in and around the vicinity of the PO. After post-mortem and inquest, the dead body of the deceased has been handed over to her mother, so-and-so. After return to the police station, under order of officer in charge, so-and-so, and UD case has been registered by Tala PS UD case number 861, dated 9 August 2024. All concerned, including superiors, were informed. After return to the police station, the seized articles were kept in PS Malkhana by Malkhana number 52 in the presence of ASI and constable so-and-so. Now, and officer in charge was informed. So it appears that the initial report of an unnatural death was received and which was recorded in the GD at
Correct.
as
So
540.
not unnatural death,
Once.
unconscious body. The doctors are informing the police that there is an unconscious
Found
body.
lying in unconscious state. That is
Not
how
a you don't have to be a doctor to
That is-
know that it's not
that
unconscious
is at,
body, it's a
that is
dead
at
body.
10:10 a.m.
Yes.
GD 542.
This is from the outpost, Malaj.
Right.
This
The
information is
unnatural
from the
death.
outpost.
The unnatural death is
Received from
recorded
police's
by
outpost.
entry 861, after they return to the police station at night.
That is how we have
And
said.
11:30 in the night, the FIR is registered. In the meantime, the body has been handed over to the mother for the purpose of
And
cremation.
that too, the father insists for
And-
registration of the
Yes,
FIR.
absolutely.
The hospital does not register the FIR. Father has insisted and registered the FIR.
The father told us, you wait till I tell you, then
No,
only
no,
register.
No.
I will give a written complaint. That's what happened. At least tell us what's been happening in the investigation in trying to say that this happened at 11:45.
The family is here, Manoj. The
State has,
Yes, appearing, my lord.
One clarification which we need.
Certainly, Malaj.
If the report of the police indicates that after return to the police station, GD 861 was recorded. In the meantime, the dead body had been handed over to the mother for cremation.
Yeah.
If this does not square up with the fact that the inquest refers to GD 861. Inquest takes place. I have the inquest of the judicial magistrate.
Right,
Judicial magistrate says I conducted the inquest at 4:20 p.m. on the 9th of August.
correct.
That inquest report refers to GD 861.
Yes,
Now, if the police say that the GD 861 was recorded on return to the police station just before, obviously before the FIR is recorded
Yes,
that
yes.
night, how is it that an inquest at 4:20 refers to 861?
Lord,
This is
kindly-
just recording.
Lord, I do not know what, how
Sorry.
it will
This is
turn.
just recording.
It
This
says
is just
UD
recording.
1861,
just
not
an
GD.
expression, Malaj. It's just recording.
It says UD
Ask
861.
the ACJM, Malaj. Ask
Not-
the ACJM. He was there. Ask the ACJM, Malaj. Everything is on record. The memo says 861. Postmortem says 861. And Malaj, the real thing is the investigation. Why are we moving away? What has happened in the investigation?
My lord, my lord, my friends may share the timelines with us.
Do you have the postmortem report? Yes. Just pass it on.
I'm sorry, Malaj.
Postmortem.
Postmortem, yeah.
Lord, the state says father,
3, Malaj. Page
father
1-3.
did not permit registration of FIR. The father's counsel is there.
Page 1-3, Malaj. Page 13
And he-
of the case diary.
So the state will wait for the father.
Page 13 of the case diary.
In this PM note, is there a reference of 861 somewhere?
At the top, my lords.
Where?
First line, my lords, reference.
Yes,
to
yes, okay.
Right on top.
Right on top. It's there. UD case number.
Appears then that at the time when the PMR was when the postmortem was conducted, UD 861 had already been recorded.
That's right. There's no doubt about it, Malaj.
The inquest
Malaj,
number is also
people are
there.
using some language, some expressions, Malaj. Bengali speaking people are Maharaj, using some expressions in English.
No, there is no Bengali.
Okay, come on. The
Why-
record will show.
No, why does the IO then say that after I return to the police station in the night, I record?
Because he has to record, because he has to record what has happened all this while. That's the point.
PMR,
He is
in the
recording minutes of the
Exactly.
meeting, my lord.
But the
The
investigation.
point is, we are more concerned about the investigation, what has happened in the last
Exactly,
1
that's
week. At
what
least
is
tell the
reading.
court that.
in the.
He's right.
there
They
is
were
one-
more concerned
He
about the
may inform the
investigation,
court.
which is emerging now.
Lordship, the PMR talks about 151 mg of semen. It is never in mg.
No, it is not.
in ml.
It is the
It is in.
So please, come on. This is the
Let's not-
problem that.
We are in the
not-
very incipient
let-
stage, but don't confuse this.
Yeah.
Don't use social media to make arguments in the court.
Social
I'm
media.
grateful, Manoj, for that. I'm grateful.
We have specifically now
Yeah.
the PMR before us, and we know what that 151 refers to.
Yes.
Yes.
Let's not use, what we read on
What is
social
happening.
media and then make legal arguments on that basis. That's what
Manoj,
we have
I
to
have,
clarify.
Manoj, I have a very.
God
of-
makes-
Manoj, 1 second. Now, Manoj, your lordships asked me that you will give me a chance, Manoj, after this is over. I have a very serious issue at hand, Manoj, and I want to hand over an affidavit to you. Just please give it. And I'll hand over that affidavit also to the solicitor, but only to him. Manoj, just give it. Just go through this affidavit, Manoj.
They're only giving.
Only to him.
Yes, I'll give it.
Well, just read through this, see what's going to happen. Para 5 onwards, page 2, Manoj. These are collateral events, Manoj, that are bound to happen.
And this is again on social media, my lord, something on.
No, not
I-
social media. We've got the
My
original.
lord, state filing an affidavit based on social media.
Just let the court please read it. Then para 8 is also important. Manoj.
Check. Check 1, 2, 3, 4. Check.
Just reading it. Now, Manoj, this is.
There are.
Hold on.
occurrences on both
Allow
sides,
me.
my lord.
Allow
If
me.
I- Let's not go into it.
1 second. Manoj, this is exceptionally serious because they've planned it for 27th. Now, Manoj, if any protest is to be done, they must tell us which route. They
No,
must
who
tell us
should
what.
tell us?
please.
You tell yourself.
Manoj,
I mean,
normal
police will have to
procedure
come to
must
know
be
about
followed,
it.
must be followed. And Manoj, what they do is they carry flags. Manoj, they take off the flag, it becomes a stick. And there's an SOP, there is a standard operating procedure which has to be followed, Manoj. Because what will happen, Manoj, as your lordship sees, Manoj, the whole purpose is now it's collateral events that are happening. It's unrelated to what, Manoj, the real issue is. And we've got photographs, Manoj.
I
36
support
onwards,
Mr.
we've got
Sibal, no
photographs as to
vandalism
what
should be
really happened.
permitted by the
There's
police.
all this running away from the police. We've actually got photographs.
You say they're
This is all completely wrong. The status
doctors
report
are
is given.
saying, Manoj,
So
we are-
I will want your lordships to go through that status report and pass an order that this can't be done, Manoj, and there must be a standard operating procedure which has to be followed.
We'd like to see, we'll come back after lunch, we just want to see your status.
Yes, my lord.
We just-
Obliged. I'm
My
deeply
lord,
obliged.
Lord, may I
Right now.
just
Deeply obliged.
say,
Come back and see yours, because we've
Lord.
examined CBI status.
Yes, now your
We
lordship
are
make
used
them.
to examine.
my lord, may I just say to my friends, CISF is still not there. No, it's not there. I've got photographs of today morning. I have
So
photographs.
just take instructions that
Lord,
CIS has
I
arrived at
received
this
an
point.
intimation in writing that they have gone, they have visited in along with the Kolkata police and to decide where to post whom. Lord, one thing is to be decided. Kolkata police says that the security should be in the hospital, but we feel that it should be more in the hostel because the
Mr. Subal,
Yeah, no problems,
we might be just late by 10 minutes or so.
No problem.
Make it
No.
15, so you all of you also
Deeply
know you
obliged.
have.
Deeply obliged.
Grateful, my lord.
So, solicitor, we come back at you.
right.
Original case diary, my lord, sir.
Check, check. Check, check. Check, mic check.
क्या कर रहे हो आप? क्या दिया तुमने? आधी फाइल करना है।
This All India Judges matter, my lords have directed today the appearance of the chief secretaries on 27th. My lord, I appear for the state of Tamil Nadu. The state of Tamil Nadu has issued GO, has made budgetary allocation, and in compliance affidavit has requested for 6 weeks time to actually disburse in the account. The chief secretary has recently joined on 19th of this month as chief secretary. Lord, permit us to appear online, my lord.
But you have issued a GO. Has disbursement been completed?
Within 6 weeks, the compliance affidavit says 2 advances have been disbursed. There were 21 advances which budgetary allocations have also been made.
What is the position here in Tamil Nadu?
This connection, this was stated that in terms of directions of this honorable court, so and so have been revised by the state government and arrears have to be paid. Therefore, it is respectfully submitted that to calculate the arrears due to revision and allowances and sanction of new allowances and credit in their account 2 more times is asked. 2 more months they have asked for time.
I spoke 6 weeks. We will.
2 more months is what they
6
asked.
weeks is what my Lord, I am told by Chief Secretary that 6 weeks we will completely, because the claims, certain claims have to be made by the officers, not by us. Ultimately,
You complete the exercise in 4 weeks. At the most, we might give you 4 weeks, right? Come here, we'll hear all the chief secretaries, who are here. We don't want to now start making an exception in the morning. We have not made any exception. Yes.
online, my lord.
No, not online. They are supposed to remain present here. That's our order. Why are you shy?
No, my lord, I am not shy.
Whatever statement they want to make, let them appear here before us and they'll make a statement.
My lord, we filed the
Sorry,
affidavit. The
in
Chief
the
Secretary.
morning, a similar request was made.
We have not allowed that to
Honorable
anybody.
Chief Justice has declined. So no exception for you. Ask them to remain present.
Item 7 is
Deeply
the matter of the twins, where Kara was to respond. Adoptions have already taken place and Kara was to give the NOC blood. So 16th, your lordship heard it for 26th. Kara has not responded.
It's on board today. If it doesn't reach today, because of this, we'll take it up early next
wait
week.
for my turn.
Otherwise, we'll take it early next week if you want.
No, my lord, I'll
We
wait.
can take it up on Tuesday.
My
We
lord,
can,
whatever your lordship.
we'll take it up on Wednesday. We can take it up.
This is the
The aunt has adopted both the children.
The position is that I will explore the options under the UK adoption system. They say you get a non-convention adoption order. Kara has to give a non-convention adoption order. And
Okay, that's fair enough, but we'll take it up on Wednesday
Alright.
so that Tuesdays. Oh yeah, we have a CB on Wednesday, so Tuesday we'll take it up.
Tuesday.
Well, may I make a small,
The list if possible, I'm so sorry.
no, it's okay.
I'm very sorry. I'm very sorry.
Yes.
May I make a small request, Manoj? Would my lords allow us to airdrop the material?
All right.
Well, you guys, a soft copy, airdrop, soft copy of this. It's much clearer, Manoj, than that. That's all. Please airdrop it. And in the meantime, just, Manoj, so that some misgivings, Manoj, may be cleared.
Their official records, was possible to be shared, please share it.
No, it's a status report, no? This you can share.
Relations.
Yeah, please. Manoj, I just wanted to mention to your lordships, through a notification issued in the Gazette in 2018, Manoj, by an order of the Commissioner of Police, we are required to follow these guidelines, which are set out, unnatural deaths and injuries. And we have followed these guidelines to the T. So it's not something that we have departed, Manoj, from the standard procedure. It's the regulation of 68, Manoj. Immediately on receipt of information of a death occurring in any of the circumstances, first information report shall be drawn up in West Bengal form such and such. The information shall be recorded in the same manner as a first information of a cognizable crime. That's how the unnatural death is registered. And it shall be put up for subdivisional who shall record his orders. And then it goes on, Manoj. So we follow this to the T.
Except that this doesn't justify registration of your FIR at 11:30 at night.
But everything started earlier. All the investigation was done.
Body was recovered in soon after 9:30.
But Manoj, all the investigation was done in accordance with law, Manoj. There's no as far as delay in the investigation. The procedure is the same, Manoj. We have not, Manoj.
Procedure and other things is a separate issue, but the point really does remain that what is the reason? I mean, now we've already highlighted that. We needn't go over it all over again. What is the reason why the FIR is lodged almost 14 hours after the discovery of.
Because we asked the parents, he says, we'll give a formal complaint, my lord. That's all on the record.
Second, further investigation is also required.
One counsel is here. The
Please, if you don't mind.
Parents counsel.
Sir,
He's
if you don't-
waving his hands.
One second, if you don't
He's
mind.
waving his hands.
Second, most important, what is
No,
the
it's
role
not
of
an
the
issue
principal?
that the parents would
What
have
is
requested
the
them
role
to
of the
delay the
principal? Why
FIR.
he was the principal of the college. He should have come straight away to the college
Yeah,
and directed the filing of the FIR. Who was he in touch with? What were his connections?
That's for
during
him,
that
my lord,
time?
to decide why he didn't do it. But I'm just telling your lordship that as far as we are concerned, we follow this procedure, be that as it may, my lord. Now,
The moment he tenders a resignation, he is appointed as a principal of another college.
we'll respond to that separately, my lord.
What is the purpose? I mean,
Yes,
there
yes,
is a purpose.
I appreciate that part of it, my lord.
A lot of
We appreciate that part of
we
it.
still investigated by the
Yeah.
by the
Now, of course, Mulad, each of us, Mulad, who are appearing for the state have now got Swiss bank accounts which are doing the rounds, Mulad, because we are appearing for the state. That's all that's happening now, Mulad, outside. And we are, instead of,
Initially, that switchback account came, my lord, from your client, present client.
Anyway, we don't have to really go into all this. We have to.
let's not,
What we will
again,
do is
you know,
this.
instead
Mr.
of
Sibal,
concentrating on the investigation, you're concentrating on the state
what
of
we
West
will do
Bengal.
is this. CBI submitted its status report to us of the investigation. You have also submitted a status report of the investigation. We will have a look at your report. We'll take it on the record. Let the investigation continue. There are two different things. CBI in respect of the actual death, and insofar as you are concerned, the vandalization which takes place the day after. So
And the future protest, Mulad, your lordships have to protect us for that. That future protest.
Protest?
How can
Protecting the state?
How can we protect the state?
No, your lordships may, you stand, Mulad, so the standard operating procedure must follow. We will designate area, they can hold the protest, they can go there.
So why do we have to do all that? Your district magistrate.
Yeah, your lordships will only say, Mulad, because your lordships have said no peaceful protests should be, Mulad, should be interfered with, Mulad. Now, if they don't follow the standard operating procedure, don't tell us what the leader is. Mulad, what will happen is what your lordships have seen.
We have not for a moment said that the requisite provisions of law should not be complied.
That's right. That should be clarified, that's all.
The only thing is that what we meant was that stop arresting people who are.
Yes, absolutely. Your lordship may just clarify that.
Manoj, an additional small clarification.
We have never said that irrespective of the normal procedures for conducting
That's what is
protests.
being done, Mulad. That's why I saw those audio clips, Mulad.
Right now, we will just say this. A status report has been submitted by the Central Bureau of Investigation. Likewise, a status report has been submitted on behalf of the police of the state of the investigation.
Kolkata police.
By the
Kolkata police.
By the Kolkata police. On behalf of the Kolkata police. Full stop. As already noted earlier, the investigation into the circumstances relating to the death of the postgraduate student at RG Kaur Medical College and Hospital is being conducted by the CBI. Full stop. The Kolkata police is looking into the investigation following the vandalization of the hospital after the protests of the after the protests at the site.
No, it was vandalism, my lord, not protest.
After the protests at the site.
Yes. Vandalism after the protest.
Yes.
Full stop. Next. From the material which has been produced before the court, it appears that a request for conducting the polygraph test has been submitted. Test of the accused has been submitted to the ACJM Sialda, which is stated to be under process. Full stop. The ACJM Sialda shall pass orders on the application no later than by 5 p.m. on 23 August 2024. Full stop. During the course of the hearing, a number of counsel have appeared on behalf of diverse stakeholders, including the associations representing the resident doctors. Full stop.
And other doctors, Manoj.
Resident doctors and other doctors. Full stop. The Yeah, among others, among others. Full stop. The council who have intervened in these proceedings, together with the parties for whom they have intervened, are set out below. Colon, ये पूरा statement ले लीजिए. In the previous order of this court, while constituting a national task force, this court had specifically clarified that the NTF should engage with diverse stakeholders. Full stop. Consequently, we hope and trust that the NTF shall hear the representatives of diverse stakeholders, so as to enable it to have inputs from all those who are likely to be affected by the process which has been initiated by this court, and who have a vital stake in maintaining safety and well-being of the doctors and other medical professionals in their workplace, in their workplaces.
One second, I have to say something.
In their workplaces.
I give it to
So we have not said no. We have not said, we have said all stakeholders. During the course, full stop. During the course of the hearing, Learned Council have placed some additional suggestions which may be taken into account by the committee, including bracket 1, the installation of distress call systems, the institutionalization of distress call systems, semicolon, bracket 2, regulation of duty hours, comma, and 3, the lodgement of and 3, the constitution of a compensation distress fund. Next, the above suggestions would, it is needless to note, be considered by the National Task Force, whose remit has been couched in broad terms by this court. But stop. It is undoubted that the views of diverse stakeholders would be taken into account by the task force before its final recommendations are made. Full stop. To facilitate the filing of suggestions before the National Task Force, we direct the Secretary in the Ministry of Health and Family Welfare of the Union Government to open a specific portal on which, on the website of the ministry, on which associations, or as the case may be, different stakeholders can submit their suggestions for consideration before the committee. Full stop. Mr. Kapil Sibal, Learned Council appearing on behalf of the State of West Bengal, the Kolkata Police, submits that this court may clarify, submits that while this court has permitted peaceful protests, the order should not be misconstrued to mean that the authorities are precluded from exercising their regulatory powers in accordance with law. This court has not injuncted the state from exercising such lawful authority, powers as are entrusted in terms of the law. However, we categorically reaffirm that peaceful protests shall not be disturbed, nor shall peaceful protests shall not be disturbed or disrupted, and the state shall not take any action against those who are protesting against the who are peacefully protesting.
That's correct.
Against the incident which took place at Rajikot Medical College.
Just
maybe
please,
one more
hold on. Allow me. Whereas your lordships may take my affidavit on record. Yeah, take on record. And Malas, two things. We have filed the status report, but the pen drive is not being taken, which has the videos. Malas, that pen drive may be taken on record.
My lords, with
They are
regard
in
to
extras.
One second. Should we keep it after a week for the next status report to be filed before us? Because we just like to.
That's fine, Malas. But the pen drive may be taken because they are the annexures, Malas. Yes, deeply obliged.
my lords,
Just
with
give it with
regard
the pen drive.
Karuna, this is.
Malas, and also, let me finish. Let me-
we'll finish the
Protest.
Where?
Well, let me just finish this. Well, my timeline was on the events.
My lord, only one request I have to make.
1 second, hold on, please. Let me make my.
Yeah, of course.
Well, the timelines. What master, just take that. So
Lord, the request is this.
Timeline.
Lord, request is this, my lord.
In view of the fact that this court has taken measures to ensure the institutionalization of the concerns of the medical professions in terms of the previous order dated so and so, it is only to be expected that the doctors would now return to work. Full stop. Pending the submission of the report to the National Tax Force, all state governments and union territories shall ensure that wherever the need arises in terms of the exigencies of work, the state shall be alert to any apprehended violations of a breach of apprehension violations or breach of safety in medical establishments within that.
Only
Lord's
one
doctors
request.
with the
Only
on
one
that.
request.
My lords, with backlash we can be protected against.
Timeline of events as they happen. Well,
My lord, can the timeline at least be shared with us?
we'll give you
Give a copy to the.
Yes.
Honestly, but this can never be secret, my lord.
What? Nothing.
Mr.
Of course not. Nothing.
Also give the or your status report.
Yeah.
Surely that can be shared with the CBS.
Of course, it can be. Even
Investigation is pending, Malad. How can the status report be shared? That cannot.
But one aspect may be considered.
Yes, his status report is not shared.
States
The CISF has been deployed at.
Yes, my lord. Yes, my lord.
एक और वो भी लिख लीजिए. The Solicitor General states that in compliance with the orders of this court, the CISF has been deployed at RG Kaur Medical College and Hospital so as to ensure the safety of
Just one small submission.
all other medical professionals.
My lords had said in the morning an additional line, my lords, with regard to protecting our doctors from backlash. They will, of course, rejoin. But my lords, and they have never suspended emergency services. But my lords, there is a concern, already a backlash.
Ms. Nandi, there's no question of only doing emergency services. In a place like, say, All India Institute of Medical Sciences, people take appointments 2 years in advance. If doctors are not available on duty for a day, that means that person loses a slot which was booked 2 years in advance.
Absolutely, my lords. And during lunch, we spoke to our doctors, and this is what has been said, and this is what has absolutely been agreed to. My lords, just the backlash, though, there is the health department and the medical council, we are being told that the action is being taken against our doctors. These are under control of the West Bengal government who are protesting, the protesting doctors. In addition, private and public
Look, what you do
harassment is happening from the
taking it
police.
next week.
Yes, my lords.
Once the doctors get back to work,
Yes.
please come back to us and tell us.
Lordships, may I just point out?
Come back, my lords.
Lordship,
Lordships, there is an
Can you
order.
record this in the order?
An apprehension has been expressed on behalf of the doctors, stating that that they are likely to be, or some of them are already being proceeded against.
Not to interrupt, in Delhi, there is FIR registered against us.
Right, but for the protests which took place in the past. Full stop. We are expecting compliance with the assurance which is now given to the court that the doctors would join normal duties. Full stop. In the meantime, if any adverse action has been taken against any protesting doctor for protests which have been carried out prior to the date of this order, no coercive steps shall be taken on the basis of any action.
Lordships, there is an order of a college in Ujjain where my learned
But
friend
nothing hereafter, because now after this order, everybody must be fighting.
Yes,
doctors have been told
Threatened for contempt.
not even to go on a token strike. My learned friend wants.
I just received a.
I'll tell you one thing. Get back to work now. if any doctor is proceeded against for a protest which took place in the past, we have already said no coercive action will be taken.
This is for the future, actually. We are
Right.
saying that we cannot go for the token
But
protest
you,
as well.
no, but future now you must come back to duty.
The problem is
Can
that
we
if we,
say,
if
can
we,
we say as judges that we'll stand outside the Supreme Court? No,
Yes,
because
we seek
justice
permission from the
justice and medicine can't go on strike.
yeah,
Everybody has to come back.
to the proper measure, it should be done. And
another
that's for the contempt.
Mullah, just
another aspect.
one second.
Look, first,
Strip.
first establish before us next time that everybody has come back to work. Once we are satisfied that everybody has come back to work, please rest assured we'll make sure that no adverse action is taken. What happened in the past.
Mullah, the other thing is, your lordships have taken now the status report on record and a separate affidavit on record. Now, Mullah, the only thing is, and this is a request from everybody, that Mullah's normalcy should try and be, Mullah, the people should not take advantage of the situation. Normalcy should return, Mullah, and we are investigating
Stop
in their
vandalism,
hands now.
everything is normal.
Responsible is in their hands now, the
If
investigation.
vandalism is stopped,
These
everything will
kind
be
of
normal.
statements,
Therefore, we have requested the doctors to come back to work.
yes. No statements,
Now,
Mullah,
the
that are being made of the
investigation is
nature.
going on. The investigation is going on. We are assessing the status reports which are being filed in the course of the investigation. I think now, for the family, there's no question of normalcy because the family is deeply affected.
Correct.
But insofar as the community is concerned, including the community of doctors, we have to return back to our
Absolutely.
duty.
And the statements and the,
Lord, just
the
one
statements
sentence.
made of the nature that we have placed before you.
I appear for the
Lord, I-
doctors'
Only a
association
minute,
of.
my lord, let this not, my lord. Lord, we are not against, my lord, and nobody should make any statement.
That's correct.
We have a statement of a sitting minister of the state of West Bengal saying that, no, not all, there's something very serious, that if anybody talks anything against our leader, his fingers will be chopped off.
Mullah, then I will read the leader of the opposition statement.
Go into it. Nobody should speak.
Bullets will be fired. Bullets will be fired is what he said.
What we would also expect,
Yes.
please don't politicize. these
Exactly,
things.
exactly.
So
My
Bindu has
learned
said
friend
bullets will
started
be
with
fired.
this, my lord,
Across
therefore
the
I
political spectrum,
Yes.
parties have to realize, don't politicize.
That's right.
Exactly, my lord,
Deeply
exactly.
No,
Mr.
The law
Sibal
will take its
started by
course.
saying
Yes.
step
The
back.
law will take its course and we are ensuring that the law does take its course after a quick and efficient
Deeply
investigation.
obliged. Deeply obliged.
Second, we are also concerned about the welfare and safety of doctors for the future. We want to institutionalize this.
That's right.
Yes.
We are not just going to lay down guidelines. We are going to pass an enforceable direction that the recommendations of the task force will be implemented by the state governments by hospitals under the
Deeply
authority of the union government.
Lordship, there is
By
a
my
possibility of.
introduction, I prevented a political dialogue by giving this instance.
Mine is not, but just 10 seconds. We are grateful. I appear for the Resident Doctors Association of AIMS Delhi. We are grateful. Lordship's taken so much. What has happened is we've taken a peaceful protest. I registered. I get the general secretary of the association. Now, as it is, emotions are running high. The office bearers are sensible. They're trying their best to convince the large body to get back to work. Now, these kind of FIRs, etc., sets back that process. Just tell them to hold their hands. Delhi police.
Why don't you do this? Ask the doctors at AIMS Delhi also to get back to work. Insofar as the FIR and other things are concerned, we are seized of it. When we are seized of it, nothing is going to happen.
We registered yesterday, my lord. General Secretary accused
Now
in the
tell us
FIR.
one thing, since when have you been abstaining from duties? Tell us, how long is it back?
From the time the incident, for last 7 days, 7 days.
So the incident took place on the 9th.
Yes, my lord.
Right? Today we are now on the 22nd. Imagine 13 days doctors from the All India Institute of Medical Sciences don't go to work.
Absolutely. As an officer of the court, as lawyers, we've been talking to them after your lordship's taken so much cognizance. We've told them.
Democracy does not mean indiscipline.
I understand, but these FIRs aggravates.
To work.
Lordship understands the 1,500 doctors, office bearers are sensible. They're trying.
Tell the doctors
Yes.
that once they get back to work, we will put it to the director. The director is a member of our task force.
Yes, madam.
We put it to the director that all right, and we'll tell the police who are here before us. Nobody wants to pursue the doctors,
Yes, that's
right?
But what happens is
Eventually they have to get back to work. That's it.
let them just hold their hands till the lordship is. FIR registered for a peaceful protest and after the last order, my lord.
But therefore, we have just said that no coercive steps will be
Yes.
taken. That we have already protected the doctors.
Yes,
But
I
only
understand.
now if they don't get back to work,
I understand. I completely will convey the sentiment.
May I just say, your lordships,
One submission, Lordship. One
Mullah,
submission.
they- nobody should say acid bombs will be used, this should be done, bullets will be fired. It's all wrong, Mullah.
well, God knows you have, you have these kind of elements everywhere on all sides of the spectrum.
Exactly.
Now tell us, we don't know who has said that.
We've got the clips.
You have given that to us, but
Yes,
what is the idea?
and the leader of the opposition has done this.
My lord,
Leader of
I
the
am also
opposition.
getting, my lord, many things.
Quay home, there's a protective order. We can't lodge an FIR.
Responsible way of not placing it before the
Yes.
court.
Therefore,
It
we
is
have
to be
said
ignored,
that when we
not
said
to be
that
highlighted.
peaceful protesters will not be disturbed,
Yeah.
that is equally subject to compliance with the other requirements,
deeply.
with
Lordship,
intimation to the district magistrate.
Lordship, may I say one thing, Lordship? Lordship, because of two investigating agencies are investigating, the vandalism is being investigated by the police and other side is investigated by the CBI. Lordship, there is an apprehension that conflict will be there. Lordship, because vandalism.
Don't worry about it. We are here to resolve any
Consider
conflict.
that
What
as
is here on the next
while assessing, Lordship, because
Media trial also must be banned. Media spreading rumors, it is insulting the victim, my lord. Kindly stop.
We've already passed that order.
It is alleged.
CB may not.
One more thing, if you stop filing all those publicity interest litigations that I come every day before this court, I think the media trial will stop. Constantly filing some PIL or the other before us. All right, we'll see.
Lordship, may I just finally say that this hearing has provided a healing touch to the doctors. The doctors who
Yes.
felt they had nobody to vent their grievance with. Your lordships have heard it so patiently, and there's a sense of satisfaction among the doctors that they felt that they now feel that they've finally been heard. So we would just like
Yes,
to thank your
we
lordships.
thank.
Saprajita, we have also said that today that the doctors would be heard by the committee. So
Yes,
Lord,
we
I must tell you,
clarified that.
Lord, I must tell you, Lordship, my lord, when,
Change, my lords. We are.
Mr. Karan, Ms. Karan,
Your lordship.
my lord, when the secretary, my lord, Health,
Yes.
Director General of Health Services came, they also shared this concern with that doctors are exposed to patients and patients' relatives, and their temper is also going high because doctors have their own duties, their own compulsions. The patients would expect something. So there is always a friction kind of a situation. So doctors are kind of more vulnerable. But this has really given a healing touch and an assurance coming from the highest court of the country, that the highest court of the nation is looking after their interest.
Well, it is
Okay,
somebody,
really
thank you, Mr. Zirla. Dr. Rajiv Joshi, I think, is on the line.
It's Dr. Rajiv Joshi from Medical Legal Society of India, sir.
Yes.
I represent a body of doctors which has got 70 lawyers and 120 members, doctors who have done LLB. So this is the association which has worked research for 5 years about the problems of violence against doctors. And you'll be surprised to know that you have mentioned there are 7 acts of 7 states. Actually, there are 21 states have different acts for violence against doctors.
Yes.
So that is first part. Second part is, in spite of having these acts, vandalism and the violence against doctors does not decrease because there is no deterrence. You can understand my statement that out of 1,381 accused people in Maharashtra from 2015 to 2020, only 4 have been convicted and rest have been given go by because of certain laws which help the doctors to help the accused to get away. Now that problem is to be sorted out by the legislation. And what we seek from your honor is the protection of law and not only the protection, physical protection that is being offered by your order, which has been given in detail on the day before yesterday. So what we would like to inform you is that Minister of Health and Family Welfare had drafted a legislation at 2019, and that was rejected by Home Department, that this legislation cannot be done because of certain reasons, whatever may the reasons be. After that, when there was epidemic, rather pandemic, the Home Minister assured IMA that they will form a central legislation. But only thing that they did was they amended the Epidemic Diseases Act, and it is now as the epidemic has gone by, the act has the truth of the act has gone by. So what I want to tell you is, out of these, I have filed a public interest litigation in Bombay High Court, and in 2020 we filed a public interest litigation. And as you formed a committee of various doctors, the Bombay High Court Chief Justice formed a committee of people from Maharashtra state, and the committee had 3 meetings, and the meetings have been concluded in a statement which says that the Maharashtra 2010 Act has to be amended. Now, I will read the statement of the Honorable Advocate General of Maharashtra State, which is reproduced in the order of the court, and you will realize what is happening about it. We have further, the court says that we have further been informed in the course of hearing today that the appropriate authority of the government has discussions with the petitioner and a draft of amendments required to be incorporated in the Maharashtra Medicare Services Act has been prepared. However, Mr. Kumbhakoni submits that he has himself pursued the draft and found that the same to be clumsy. He therefore submits that the government ought to be given liberty to considering whether to introduce a new legislation or to amend the act, for which he has time. This order of the court is dated 13th of July 2021, Your Honor. More than 3 years and 1 month has passed after this order. The Maharashtra state government has not done anything about the report of the committee. Therefore, it is necessary to ensure that the recommendations that your National Task Force will give will have to be implemented on the ground. The other statement which I would like to make is we had filed intervention application in Kerala Private Hospital Association versus State of Kerala. And in this case, Kerala High Court.
Before, your Dr. Joshi, your PIL is pending before the Bombay High Court, but we're not leaving it at that. Once the report is submitted by the task force, as you rightly said, the next step would be the implementation of the recommendation.
Yeah. Now, please hear me out for 2 more minutes, Your Honor.
You can assist us at that stage on what steps should be taken to implement the report of the task force. We require
that is one part. Second part, I will give you
what's happening in Maharashtra, Kerala, because that's not really going to carry this matter any further.
Please give me 2 more minutes. We filed the application Kerala High Court, and the Kerala High Court passed an order of golden hour of filing FIR. Your Honor, please give me 1 more minute. The Kerala High Court passed an order of 1 golden hour for filing FIR, which is similar to golden hour doctors use to treat patients of stroke or cardiac arrest, so that the patient doesn't die or come with permanent disability. Now, this FIR was to be filed within 1 hour, and I have filed 5 instances of this order being disrespected by the police. And the Kerala High Court has taken cognizance of our applications, and they have asked the commissioners of police to file affidavits or superintendent of police to file affidavits, after which the violence in Kerala has come down by 75 to 80%. Subsequently, we'll be aware of the brutal murder of Dr. Vandana Das, who was stabbed 11 times in chest in early morning. And on that day, the High Court of Kerala asked the government what we are going to do about the act. Within 7 days,
you can assist us after the report comes in. These are important issues on implementation, which we'll look at later on. Let the report first come, and we'll then see. We'll require your assistance, and we'll be happy to have your assistance on what steps should be taken to
also has,
including your suggestion on the golden hour for
Your Honor, Advocate Sneha Kalita has got copy of my submission. Kindly permit her to submit that document with her.
Request, but thereafter there are 2 holidays. 30th is Friday, 31st is Saturday, and Monday is 2nd. And 3rd, my lord. Subject to
Your Lordship, there's only one.
Your Lordship, kindly take the note.
Yes, you can prepare us a note, Dr. Joshi.
Your Lordship, there's only one suggestion, Your
The
Lordship.
special bench on the 3rd. Can you have it earlier, please? There's a special bench on the 3rd. Or later, either earlier or later.
Mr. Sibal, come on the 3rd. We can adjust the time between both of you. There's no difficulty.
No, but there's a special bench that is listed, matters are listed for 3 days.
Because then 4th, I don't know how we will be paid.
No, but 5th, my lord, can it be 5th?
We'll take it.
5th is all right.
5th,
all right. What is that? Original case diary be returned to us.
Another request, my lord.
Photocopy of the original.
Lord, another, my lord, the status report may be sealed again, my lord, and retain in your lordship.
Status report to be
Same for us.
CBI state.
And same for, yes, officer.
That's right, that's right.
Your Lordship, there is one suggestion, last suggestion.
Same for us, they've seen this.
Mandatory filing
See
of
that.
institutional FIR by the
See that
institution
status
within
report.
2 hours of the cognizance of the office. Your
For the
Lordship.
last 6
Yes, Your
minutes, you
Lordship.
were
3
making that
minutes.
point.
Yes, Your Lordship. That's
We'll issue directions even on
Your
that.
Honor,
deeply obliged. Your
Well, there's one submission which is important at this stage, Manoj, which was, I'll just take 20 seconds. Well, I'm appearing for the National Federation of Resident Doctors of AIIMS and the Federation of All India Medical Association. Well, they have got letters from different resident doctor associations, have written letters to them that we are ready to join. However, if some degree of interim protection, some basic degree of interim protection by the time the recommendation of the NTF has been implemented, which includes only the CCTV footage at the entrance and the exit of the hospitals and the hostels, and also a distress call facility. They are requesting for this interim protection, my lords, because they are petrified after this horrific incident which has happened. And
Well, the government has already implemented this. West Bengal has already implemented this.
On behalf.
2 days back, we've implemented it as far as West Bengal is concerned.
Panic button.
In fact, I
Mr. Solicitor, what we'll do is this, apropos what the submission which has come, can you ask the ministry to engage with the state health departments in the next week before we take up the matter? And we'll issue some directions on what in the meantime, what are the steps which the state governments can take in the meantime pending the report of the...
What I would suggest, apropos what is in furtherance, the health secretary can have a meeting with the chief secretary and the director general of police instead of health secretary of the state, and convey that you take care of this apprehension. This apprehension appears to be justifiable apprehension, because law and order would be a state subject. We can only accelerate or we can assist.
During the course of the hearing, counsel representing several resident doctors associations have indicated to the court that the doctors are willing to go back to work without any condition. However, it has been submitted that, don't say without any condition, are willing to go back to work and their duties. However, it has been submitted that the state governments may take a considered view on putting into place at least some safety measures to assuage the concerns of the doctors. Full stop. In order to enable this exercise, full stop, we consider the submission to be, the suggestion to be fair. Full stop. In order to facilitate this, we direct that the Secretary and the Ministry of Health and Family Welfare of the Union Government shall engage with the Chief Secretaries and the Directors General of Police so as to find, so as to evolve, so as to ensure that the state governments, stroke UTs, put into place certain basic minimum requirements pending the receipt of the report of the task force to assuage the concerns of the doctors over their safety at the workplace.
Lord,
With
your
lordship permission. The exercise of holding the meeting should be completed within a period of 1 week so that the state governments may take remedial action, remedial and appropriate action, given the exigencies of the situation within a period of 2 weeks thereafter.
In fact, we have made that order on 9.
With your lordship permission.
Followed, we'll share it with them. We made that order to protect.
With your lordship permission, I just would like to add that in some of the hospitals and in private hospitals too, there is not adequate security staff. And even the security staff.
Will have to employ.
Your lordship, may I just submit one thing?
I'll tell you one thing.
Please.
When you talk of private hospitals, if you go to a place
No, your lordship, I'm just.
from nursing homes,
No, your
large
lordship.
hospitals, you have them across the spectrum.
Your lordship, I'm
We
just.
start telling the government to provide
Your lordship,
security
I'm
at
just-
every nursing home.
An amount of money they charge.
Your lordship,
Don't
in some-
employ Manoj as a.
Your lordship, even
Ordinary citizens will have no security.
employ, your lordship, they are not having.
And public hospitals stand on a different.
Your lordship, I just submit one thing.
Large falls, the large number of doctors,
No.
sprawling workspaces.
Your lordship, my submission is not that.
Some help, Manoj,
Your
it
lordship,
reduce the
and
security for
I'm
some
just
important.
your lordship,
Manoj, it may.
that in some of the hospital, your lordship, there is not adequate security, and security staff which they deploy, they don't make proper verification. They just employ anybody and then.
Ma'am,
that
it will
is
be very difficult for
aspect-
this
this
court to
aspect-
monitor such at a minute level.
Therefore, we have a body of expert doctors who will tell us what to do, A, about the public hospitals, about the smaller hospitals.
That's correct.
Please.
Now, obviously, the burden can't be shared for both equally by the state. The state has an obligation insofar as public hospitals are concerned.
Of course.
Insofar as private hospitals are concerned, some alternate mechanisms can be put into place. That's why we had a suggestion of distress call mechanisms. so that you have an immediate access to a lawful authority should there be any problem or which is apprehended. So these are particularly things, therefore, the committee which we have appointed consists of doctors drawn from private hospitals and from the public sector. The idea is therefore to allow them to evolve something which is practicable. Us merely issuing a general direction will not make any, I mean, you have to have resources, you have to have manpower. So let's therefore wait for the report of the task force and then we can see how to best implement it. But we are not going to merely lay it down with, be content with guidelines. We are then thereafter going to take up the report and then issue certain directions on that basis.
Manoj, with regard to the SIT notification that I had handed over, we will place documents on record demonstrating which we have obtained through RTIs and then seek directions on the 5th. Grateful.
Grateful to you, Lord.